Hello everyone and welcome back to another makeup tutorial. It's been a while since I did one, so I'm quite nervous, and at the same time I'm doing this for the sake of Valentine's. It's the month of love, and I know I'm quite late. It's already February 19, I guess, but who cares? It's still February, so I think it is still counted, and I know that some of y'all will still go on dates, so yeah, but not me, because I'm single. But anyways, enough yapping. We're gonna start our makeup, and for our Valentine's makeup, our inspo is more on the rom-com girlies, the main characters in rom-coms. You know how effortless they look like. That's our main goal, and also one of the main goals for this makeup tutorial right now is you can easily transition this from lunch dates to dinner dates, you know, that kind of stuff. So let's get into it. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wipe our face with some tissue, and gonna take all of our hairs out of our face, and then we're just gonna wipe or like tap some tissue on our face just to remove excess moisture. And since we wanted this base to last us for the whole day, we're gonna use a blurring primer, blur matte primer from Get Ready With Me, and we're just gonna apply this in parts where we oil up much, so it's like here. I'm not gonna include my under eye, just around the cheek. Okay. And we're gonna let that sit for a while just to make sure that the primer's dry enough to proceed to our base. The next thing we're gonna do is apply our concealer, but if you really don't mind doing this, you can skip this part. But for me, I'm gonna conceal some parts, so like my acne scars, just to have like a flawless base. So I'm gonna apply it there. This really depends on your preference, so if you're wondering why I'm not looking much at the camera, because I'm looking at the mirror to see where I'm mapping things out. And then we're gonna let that sit for a while just to maximize the coverage, because the thing is we're not really using like full coverage for this thing, but for our concealer we're gonna maximize the coverage on that part, since it's much more important compared to our main base. So that's why I'm doing this. Then we're gonna blend this using a fluffy buff. I'm actually using one from Artemis. It's this black one. We're just gonna blend it carefully. Like, you can see how much it covers, which is much more important. Now that we're done blending our concealer, another important step is an illuminator, but you guys can skip this if you have like a really glowy base in your stash, but if you don't, we're gonna use an illuminator, and I'm using this one from Izzy in the shade Halo, and I'm just gonna place this on points where like you naturally shine, like on your nose, something like that, because we want a natural looking shine on your makeup. So I'm just gonna get like a teensy little bit because it really helps a lot already. Like a little goes a long way for this one, and we don't want to overpower it much, and just blend it well. And we don't want a lot of illuminator, just subtle, because we're still gonna do base. Clean our fingers with some alcohol. Now that we're done with our concealer and illuminator, we're gonna proceed with the base. And since we want that sheer looking glowy type of base, I'm gonna use a BB cream. This actually performs well on my oily skin, and it's from Misha. And we're gonna apply this first with a brush, and on the right side, and then with just directly on the left side, just so you guys can see the difference. And I guess you can do both methods. It just really depends whether or not you have these things on hand. I'm just giving you guys preferences because both works really well. So we're just loading up the brush with the product and carefully slide the product on your face. Focus on the middle parts of your face. Don't really put much on the side because it's much more important that you have lots of coverage on the front side of your face. Then blend it with the same puff from earlier. As you can see, it's so glowy, but not like glowy, greasy at some point. And then we're gonna try to put some here. Just gonna dot something, like 2 dots, 1 here, and 2 and 1, and just follow this thing. And then we're gonna use a puff to blend this. Start off the middle and then just diffuse it on the side. You can actually build the coverage on this one, so we're gonna add more on the cheek side, and just gonna load the brush now because I'm too lazy to squeeze anymore. I'm just trying to utilize this one. So right here, the nose and chin. As you can see, I still have some left, but it's pretty much utilized right now. So I'm just gonna pat it. And then pat the excess on your neck. And here's what our base looks like right now. It's not like intensely glowy, but it's like a healthy glow. And yeah, next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna put a cream contour, because it will emphasize more of our features, and at the same time it will work well after, because we're also gonna put some powder later. So just map out the things that you want to contour. For me, I want to emphasize my nose and also the sides of my cheek. Contour is actually so subjective. It depends on your features. So you can do this depending on how you like to contour. But for me, I do this like this. And in order for our contour to be much longer lasting, we're gonna let this sit for a while and we're gonna blend it later, okay? So now that we've let our contour sit for a while, we're gonna blend it now, and I'm just using the other side of, or like the other corner of my puff. So we're gonna blend this thing first. Blend the first thing that you don't really want to be like super emphasized, and then blend the last thing that you want to be like extra emphasized on your face. That's what I usually do in order to like utilize the pigment of the contour. And then around here. Now that we're done with our contour, we're gonna put some blush, and I'm gonna use like a pinkish brownish shade for the blush. I'm just gonna put details up on the corner for the products that we're gonna use, and also on the description, just so you guys can keep track, or you might want to use products that are similar to these shades if you have any. So we're gonna use that, and the key for this blush is we're gonna follow our cheek points. And as for me, my blush cheek points are around my apples. And if you don't really know, try to take a picture of yourself, like smiling, and locate where it normally flushes or blushes, and that's what your blush placement is for this look. So for me, I'm gonna do the apple on my cheeks. So start with the center point and then just diffuse it around like that. We want to look like subtle but not too subtle, like noticeable but not really noticeable, if you get the point. We want to build this up a bit just for it to have like enough flush, like it looks like you're in love or something. And we're gonna do the same. I'm actually layering this blush just to have like a seamless look. We don't want to overpower blush, so that's why we're just building it up until it looks like it's flushing, like naturally flushing. Now that we've applied the blush, since we have excess blush on our fingers, we're gonna put it on our filled room just to have like a natural, like kissable lips kind of lip thing, and on our nose. And now that we're done with our cream products, we're gonna set it with setting spray. Using this one from C Makeup. This is actually good for like glowy type of makeup, so yeah. And we're just gonna spray it. Now that we're letting the setting spray dry, we're gonna wipe off our lips. And we're gonna put a tint because it's important to have a tint in this look, since all the... Wait, why is it sticking on my face? My hair is sticking on my face. It's important to have like a natural looking tint on our lips for this look, so just apply it. And we're just gonna let it be like that for now. So now that our setting spray is already settled and dry, we're gonna set our face with powder. Just gonna set around your eyes like so. Don't drag the brush, just tap it, just so it won't look streaky, just like so. And then the next part that we're gonna set is the parts where we concealed, if you have any. So I'm using a fluffy brush, and again we're just gonna tap it, like lightly tap it like so. And then the next thing we're gonna do is powder the stuff that we need to powder. So I'm using a fluffy brush, and then we're just gonna powder around here. Around here, the corners, the chin. We're not gonna powder much the cheek because we want our cheek to be a little glowy. And then our forehead and our eyebrows. Pro tip, don't powder your eyelids yet because we're gonna put a subtle eyeshadow later on. So now that we've powdered everything, we're gonna move on to contour because we want the warmth on our face back on our face. So for me, the thing that I wanna rub back on my face is my nose, and I'm using my contour from cute.ver, and I'm just gonna mix these two shades like so, and follow the curve and make a small triangle indent right here on your eyebrow to your nose. Same goes to the other side. And then drag it down ever so slightly, and around here on the tip as well. And feather it out around here. Nose contour really depends on the shape of your nose, so I'm doing this based on my nose shape. And then we're just gonna let that sit for a while because we want to maximize the pigment. Oh my god, my mirror just fell off. We're gonna do our brows. So for this look, we just want our brows to look natural. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna brush our brows. So we're gonna brush our brows like so. And then if you have any sparse areas, we're just gonna lightly fill it up, just like this. I'm using a blunt eyebrow product, so I'm just gonna fill in just a bit, not too much, and then elongate that tail just to have like good looking brows. And then gonna blend it ever lightly, so we're just gonna fill up those sparse areas a bit, just like so. We're not doing bold brows here. And then make sure that it looks not so symmetric, but yeah, get what I mean. And just blend it like so. We're not gonna tint our brows today, so that's just what we're gonna do or to achieve that kind of like rom-com main character look. And then for the eyes, we are gonna use like similar shade but a tad bit warmer, like a similar shade to our contour but a tad bit warmer for our eyes. Essentially, we're gonna use a bit of brown, and for this thing is we're gonna clean our eyelids first. And then since we have a clean base right now, we're just gonna grab a lighter brown shade. I'm using one from this palette, and then we're just gonna map it on our lid, just like so, around the lids. We just want this to look natural. And then on this side, we're just gonna stop it right here, and then the same goes to the other side. And then take a fluffy brush and blend it, but before you're gonna blend it, we're gonna dip just a bit on our brush and tap the excess and just blend it like so. Just like that. And to make our eyes look more puppier, and since I have Asian features, I'm gonna use a light liner for the insides of my eyes, and we're just gonna line it around here and here, and also on the parts where you wanna put some highlight later. And then after that, we're gonna put some eyeliner, and we're not really gonna do a full wing. I'm just gonna try to darken up like ever so slightly the corners, so just gonna do it like this. And if we're gonna do wing, we're just gonna do a small one, like a puppy one, just like that. And then we're gonna do the under as well, just on the corner like that. Same goes with the other eye. I'm actually just using a gel liner for this look because we want a subtle liner. And then clean off some things just like that. We're just gonna do like that, like super subtle. This one is not too super subtle. No. Okay, just puppy wing, super subtle puppy wing. And then we're also gonna try to connect this thing to the higher flap of our eyelid just to make it more cohesive. And then for the inner part of our eyes, we're gonna put a tad bit of glitter, but not like super glitter. We want it to be subtle. I'm gonna grab like a small liner brush and then get the super subtle glitter that you ever had in your life, but for me, I'm gonna use the one from Etude from my eyeshadow palette, and just put it like so, just to retain that glowiness in our eyes. So we're not gonna put glitters. And then put the excess on the corners around here, just like that. And then the final step for our eye makeup is the lashes. I'm gonna get some eyelash curler, and we're gonna curl our upper lashes first. like so. And then also gonna curl the lower lashes. Just like that. And then we're gonna apply like a natural looking mascara, but the one that will make your eyelashes like that naturally. So I'm using this one from Judy Doll. I'm just gonna go on like that. Oh no, I just had a bleed right there. No, take a tissue. Okay, it's quite impressive because it removed the thing. And then also apply the remaining. Apply the remaining from the one to your lower lashes, just to make it look long. Same goes with the other eye. And then, now that we're done putting the mascara, we're gonna curl our upper lashes again to maximize the curliness of it. Just like so. Like that. And then for the final step of this makeup is the lips. So we're gonna remove the stain now. And as you can see, it did stain my lips pretty well. You can choose any lip stain or lip product that has a stain for your lips, but make sure it's similar to your lip color, just like mine, or like closely similar but not too similar, if you get what I mean. And then for our lips, we want glossy lips for this look, or if you don't want glossy lips, I have another option just right after this one. So this is the option where we wanted glossy lips. So now that we have lip stain, I'm gonna use a lip liner that's quite similar to my natural lips. And then we're gonna put a lip gloss. I'm using this one from Romcom, and a lip gloss that's similar to your lip color again. Oh, I forgot to finish my nose contour, so we're just gonna blend the contour. I'm using an angled contour brush, and then I'm gonna grab a few bits of my contour. I'm gonna blend it like a C. Same goes to the other side, and also this side. And then we're also gonna finish this off with a matte highlighter on the inner parts of our face because we want it to glow. Just like that. I'm using the matte highlighter from the same palette. Just like that. And put the remaining right there, and we're done with the makeup. I'm gonna fix my hair a bit. Just gonna make it look, I know how I look already on camera, but we're gonna make this look decent, and this is how it looks like with glossy lips. And now we're gonna do the part where we're gonna do the matte lip. If you want a matte lip, oh my god, I'm gonna take this off. of my lips, but I actually prefer this look so much because I love a glossy lip and I really love the glow of my makeup right now. And then for this lip combo, I'm still gonna use the same lip liner. Oh my god, I'm almost out of it. Then the little trick for this thing is we're gonna blend the lip liner a bit just to make it look diffused. And then we're gonna take our matte lip. I'm using this one from Romcom in the shade Pomelo. And then we're just gonna lightly dab it to our lips, like so. Make sure that it's olive color that's similar to your natural lips. Again, MLBB is the key for this thing. They're just gonna diffuse it again, just to have like a bitten look, like so. And that's pretty much of my matte lip look. It's pretty much the same. The only thing different is the lippy. So yeah, if you want a matte lip look, you can do like this. It also works well as a date night look. And that's pretty much it for this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!